So in the last session, you guys beat the House of the Triad in the first round. It was pretty quick. It took 18 seconds.
I was about to say, it wasn't the first round.
It took like 3. But it was before the scenery changed.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, yeah. And everybody was very cordial at the end. Wishing you honor and whatnot. And yeah, their plan of trying to banish 3 of you guys and pick you guys off did not work.
They tried.
If we hadn't counterspelled 2 of the banishments.
Yeah. Oh well. Say Lavi. So yeah.
Lavi.
You guys mentioned that you wanted to watch the Exalted fight the next day.
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Also, I want to talk to my elven counterpart, whose name again I cannot remember.
Ishayla.
About the fight that was right before us, because we're going to be fighting the winners of that match.
Right. You guys were told that you are going to be
the light that burns the sky.
Yep, from Sigil.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have pretty much. Let me see. 1, 2, probably 3 days until your next fight's up, because the third and fourth bracket have to go. Like sections of the first round brackets have to go, so you guys have some time to kill and prep before your fight. Was there anything you wanted to do prior to watching The Exalted, or did you want to find Ishayla before her fight started?
Yeah, I wanted to find Ishayla before then.
Okay. So, it's not too hard to find her. There's only like 3 taverns in town, to scope out, or she could probably be at the baths. But at this point, she is in.
Did you say something?
No, I'm just
okay.
looking for my notes of inns. She's in Mangosteen Alley.
Okay, same as the last time?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, that wasn't. Okay, yeah.
And she is there this time not with Elle, but she is there with the wizard counterpart, if we were to be blunt about it. She is with the wizard counterpart known as Latin. Who, if not mentioned previously, is actually a Triton.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that they had a Triton on their team. So
a Triton of the female variety. Are you going with anybody? Or are you going with yourself?
Since we skipped right to the fight, I don't think that Aoife and I had any time to discuss with the party how chill the other members of their group were. So let's have that conversation now.
All right. It's probably you guys probably will meet up for a meal at some point at your temperature controlled villa.
While we're all sitting at the table. Later on tonight, I plan on going to try to find some members of the Exalted that Aoife and I went to talk to the other evening. Turns out the rest of their group seems to be pretty chill, especially Ishayla and that halfling rogue that they have of theirs. Honestly, Raine, I think you might get along with him too. I want to see what happened in the fight that was before ours, so if anybody's interested in coming along.
Yeah, I'll go.
I'll come.
I mean, there's only so much lounging around eating grapes we can do.
It's true.
Tilda, you staying in?
She certainly doesn't volunteer to go.
Okay. um. Melanie, aren't you curious what we talked about? Silence.
Who are you talking to?
Melanie,
Oh, I'm so sorry. What was the question?
aren't you curious what we talked about?
Sure. What did you talk about?
Mostly trying to convince them to talk to their fearless leader, trying to call off that challenge. Maybe we can work together in whatever it is that they're trying to do. That wish that they want isn't related to Old One shenanigans. It's more of a personal matter that they didn't want to talk about, so didn't really press on it.
Well, it would be preferable not to have to end in violence, so it could be interesting.
We should probably discuss what we are going to do with the wish if we win.
Oh, that's honestly, I didn't really even think about it. Since we're just trying to prevent one other group from getting it. Tilda, since you brought it up, did you have anything in mind?
Well, I don't think she just kind of like she starts I don't think there's and finally she kind of looks around and just no I didn't have any thoughts.
Aoife,
Sure.
did you have anything in mind, since we're trying to prevent your former, I don't know,
I mean,
classmate, I guess?
yeah,
Trying to get this wish?
upperclassmen, yeah. I was hoping maybe we could use it to restore the monastery and all the kids lost there.
I do definitely think that's very noble, but I'm not... I worry that the, what did you call it? That the wording might get misconstrued somehow. Especially with the restoring that many lives.
Yeah, I had a feeling something like that. That's why I don't. That was the only thing I wanted to use it for. That was it. I don't have anything else that I want or I'm trying to accomplish here that I can't do with my bare hands.
They say be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, I mostly didn't really have any thoughts because it can just be turned around in so many ways.
Something to think about is all I'm saying. Something that we should probably be thinking about and discuss maybe at a later date.
It's true, it is something that we do need to think about.
Do you have any thoughts, Zaitari?
Like I said, I don't have any thoughts, honestly. It really had not crossed my mind
No thoughts, head empty.
Yes, no thoughts, head empty. My brain is elsewhere mostly. But I mean, I will give it some consideration. I don't know what we could possibly really use it for that can't be spun unless like there's some sort of clause that's being worked out here that I don't know makes it so that none of the bad shit happens. So long as there's rules, I don't know.
And
It
also,
might
if
be
there's
something. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
also, if there's a time limit from our generous benefactor, they might get might not have time to think about it. We should have at least a
That's
backup
true.
idea.
If we
The
do
safe
win, they might ask
idea.
us right then and there.
Well, we can think about it. We've got a few days.
Actually, Darren,
Mm-hmm.
was it ever brought up what the like if there were rules or any like stipulations for this wish that we're getting, or is it just that the prize is a free wish and people just want it because that's juicy?
I don't remember you asking Morley more about the wish in particular, and it was certainly wasn't told in the tournament stipulations.
Mm-hmm.
So, as far as you know, it's just a wish.
Mm-hmm. What was the name of our butler guy?
Juan.
I'm just gonna say, because I can't remember how it is that we have to summon Juan.
She kind of pretty much gave you like a sending stone of sorts.
Okay. I think Tilda has that. Somebody has that.
I don't remember Tilda receiving it, but
Maybe
sure.
I snatched it out of her hand. I don't know. That would be something Zaitari would do.
Hmm.
But either way, we'll just say that for now I have it somehow.
Doesn't really
Just
matter.
use the sending stone. Juan, can you come here? We have a question.
Oh, of course, certainly, right away. She arrives about 2 minutes later. Yes. How can I help you?
Are there any like stipulations to the wish that one might win if they were to win the tournament?
Ah.
Or is it just a wish?
I see. Well, if you were to actually win the entire tournament, you would get 1 week to decide what your wish would be. From the conditions of the wish, as long as the wish does not supersede does she thinks about how the word she thinks about the wording. As long as
No wishing the tournament and your master out of existence, sort of thing.
as long as the wish does not supersedes my master's power, it can be granted. I.e., things such as wishing a god out of existence cannot be done. Wishing for many people to come back to life, more plausible.
And it won't be twisted to say like if we wished for I kind of look at Aoife, a building to be restored and the lives of many to be brought back.
My master is a fair master, and if needed, would ask for clarification on what people to be restored, what building to be restored. But my
Mhm.
master will not try to deceive you.
All right, that's very important to know. Thank you, Juan. Unless anybody else had any other questions.
Can I do an insight check on what Juan just said?
Yeah.
Please.
Of
Smart.
course.
Insight. 27.
All right. She seems to be sincere.
Okay.
But you
Then-
also pick up something
Oh.
else with your insight check.
Really?
Yeah. So she seems it's like she knew what to say.
I mean, they might have been told how to explain this. I mean, everyone's going to be curious.
Yeah, so like kind of like she's been like there's been like words programmed to tell her what to say in this instance.
Okay. I mean, that doesn't seem all that suspicious in terms of like, I assume they would have given her a script of some kind to.
Yeah.
That, these are the frequently asked questions. These are the answers to the frequently asked questions. Please memorize.
Juan, this is going to be a strange question.
Mhm.
But can you lie to us?
It would not make Master Lyris happy if I did. If there's a question I cannot answer for you, then I will say so.
Okay.
But you are allowed to lie.
There is the possibility, but I would prefer not to lie.
We'd prefer you not to lie as well.
I mean, it sounds like he's just not being like controlled like a puppet and could
Yeah,
lie,
that
but
was-
would
that was-
probably like lose his job and possibly go to or her job and possibly go to jail if she lied.
Yeah,
Sounds legit.
that's mostly why I asked, because I was interested to see how she responded, because like I was like, oh, maybe she's being used as like a conduit to puppet thing, you know what I mean?
Are there any more questions?
I'm fine.
You said your master would give us a week if we won the wish to determine what our wish
Yes.
might be.
Yes, that is correct.
Is that a week on the prime material plane or a week here?
Our dimension currently mimics that of the prime material plane, so yes. The standard 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Does it have to be a wish that we all agree upon?
It would have to be a
One.
wish given by one member of your team.
But we don't all have to agree on it.
Well, there have been instances in the past where there were disagreements, and those conflicts were resolved internally. in most cases, a majority rules, I would say.
Very well, Juan. I believe we are done with questions.
Okay.
Yes, thank you very much for the information.
Oh, no problem. If there's anything else that you need to ask or anything that you need for the villa or need to be taken where to be taken to, just let me know. And with that, she will leave.
After she's gone, Tilda turns to the rest of you, and the sort of polite facade has gone again, and she's just kind of, I would like you request that whatever we wish for, it not be something that, say, destroys the nobility of Leona.
Yeah, no shit.
What? We obviously wouldn't
Tilda
do that.
lifts her eyebrow, looking directly at Aoife.
I literally just said what I wanted to use the wish for.
It's not as if you haven't expressed that idea before.
Yeah. And I've also expressed the notion that, gee, I wish 24 orphans didn't get brutally murdered. Multiple times. And no offense, but I'm going to take the kids I grew up with and them coming back to life over killing you.
Well, I'm certainly not going to wish it. Depending on how the word's worded, it might take me with it.
That's very true.
And what I
I
want,
just
it
wanted
can't
to
give
be
me.
clear. I just wanted to be clear. And now I think I shall retire. And Tilda stands up and goes to her room.
Okay.
I mean, Aoife, I don't really have anything else in mind, and so long as this wish isn't going to get twisted, like Juan said, I think that yours is a fine idea.
I can understand why they give us a week to think about it, though. I mean,
Oh,
this
of course.
tournament, the way it is, we might not all be there to voice our opinion on a wish.
This is very true. But anyways, I'm going to. This was a lovely dinner, but I'm going to go meet Ishayla now at the bar. So everybody seemed rather interested in coming with. So
Okay, so everyone but Tilla, Aoife, were you going as well, I believe?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it doesn't take long to hear that Ishayla is at Mangosteen Alley. She's a pretty charismatic character, so to speak. He's been, doing some performances in her spare time, singing mostly. So when you head there, looks like she's just got done with a set. At one of the tables close by to where she was performing, you do see the female Triton that was with her when you guys had first spotted the group. And she notices you guys. She just waves a little bit, and as Ishela is making her way back to the table, and you notice that the Triton is like motioning to her where you guys are.
What's her specialty?
Ishelia?
Yeah. She said she finished up a set.
Yeah, singer. She's a singer.
Bitch.
But yeah, she when she sees her friend, motion to you guys, she, waves and, kind of gives the hand gesture of come on over.
Yep. I'll wave and walk on over.
Zaitari, so good to see you again. Great fight, by the way. You put them
Thank
away
you.
really quickly.
Yes, well, considering their main strategy was banishing us all and then picking the rest of us off, That roar, though, that was a doozy. Couldn't hear there for a while.
Celestial beasts. Oh, I'm so rude. This is Litin. She is one of my compatriots, and you hear Litin says, hello, and she has a very soft-spoken voice.
These are most of the rest of my companions. Our other friend Tilda decided to stay back at home to rest for the evening, since it was quite the fight. But this is Sir Melanie Tuoven, Raine Lavi, and Aoife.
And Ishayla like does like a bow and says, "It's lovely to meet all of you." And Litin says, "Yes, likewise." And Litin starts like she's like picking her fingernails to get rid of dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Roll an insight check.
Oh, geez, I haven't opened up my character sheet. I'm waiting for it to load.
It's all right. If anybody else wants to roll an insight check, they're more than welcome to.
At least high enough to know they're not murdering us.
I should not have advantage. So that should be a 25.
There we go.
All right. Okay. As you guys are making introductions and Ishela is kind of like starting to lead the conversation, her hands go from like finishing picking the dirt under her fingernails, and you notice with her fingernails, like they go behind they go deeper than like the whites of the fingernails.
Mm-hmm.
You're starting to figure out this might be maybe a nervous tick of hers. Like, she'll keep picking even though there's like no visible dirt there.
Yeah, it makes sense. I do the same thing.
Maybe she needs to keep her hands busy. Maybe it's just a nervous tick that you're not completely sure, but it's just something you've just picked up on, and she's not really trying to hide it, like hiding it under her. She wears this robe with very long sleeves. She's not trying to hide it at all. But you've noticed she hasn't really said too much either, as Ishela is leading conversations. And Ishela says, "Can I get any? Do you guys want to stay and drink a while? I mean,
I mean, might as well. I'd be interested in a bottle of wine.
All right. You see that Letten nods, and she casts message over to what looks like in the bartender's direction, and you see him nod, and he's already like putting drinks on like a tray for somebody to carry over to you guys.
Smart. So would you mind giving us the details, the juicy details on the fight that was before ours?
Oh,
We were
you
unable to watch since we were preparing, and well, we're going to have to be fighting them.
Of course. I mean, as long as, if there's like a couple fights that you happen to observe, we can partake in your knowledge as well.
I don't see why not.
Um let's see. So they were, if I remember correctly, the Sigil group. Ah, right. Well, I noticed that they're I've never seen one of them on the material plane before, but the individual that looks like the physical, pretty much a mushroom person. He has similar talents to you and me.
Oh, interesting.
Very verbose, I've noticed. Very, not a, I would say more of a supportive role player, to say the least.
Okay.
However, their big hitter would actually be the lion man they have in their group. Just tore through their opponents like paper. Physically, of course.
Hmm.
Yeah, he seems to have quite a few bits in his arsenal. At one point, like his tail turned into something resembling. It became very long. Seemed to have a mind of its own.
That is curious.
Latin, did you notice anything in particular? And you hear her say, "Well, they're the one that looked like a mole. She was able to turn into was part of one of the druid circles that I don't normally see out in the material plane. Her wild shape seemed to be that of, looked like almost like a constellation of sorts.
I'm familiar with that.
She used it to great effect. Again, much like her mushroom, the mushroom counterpart in their party, she seems to be a supportive role as well. However, the individual, the one that looks like a flower almost, she and the little mouseling seem to be very good at single targets. I want to say I believe their strategy was to take down the team's opposing support and casters effectively, while the melee fighter of the group brought all the attention towards himself.
So we'll probably want to focus on those two before the rest. Or at least figure out a way of locking them down, which I think Aoife might not have too much of a problem with.
I would like to say that the lion individual is the one that is going to be pretend to be more of a distraction. He is the one that wants to be the target. While the others, and I've noticed this, much like our friend Elle, who is small in stature, most of the members they have are small in stature as well, the lion man is the biggest of the group and tends to make himself the biggest target. After she finishes with that, drinks are brought to the table. There is a bottle of wine with a variety of spirits and ales that are set onto the table as the server scurries away to make more deliveries. And you already see that Ishayla is already pouring herself a glass of wine.
I'll do the same.
Yeah. So, let's see. So, do you know anything about the other team from the material plane? I know you mentioned you all know this Gokor fellow.
I mean, I think Aoife's the one who could talk best on it, so.
I mean, we went to the same monastery. He was older than me, and then went away, came back super old, super juiced up, ripped the spines out of a bunch of kids, and then bounced.
Shayla takes a long sip of the wine and kind of just says, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you guys will get rid of him before he reaches us.
Yeah, one could only hope. I have a feeling if we don't, some of us are probably going to end up dead, so.
Well, we certainly can't have that, says Ashayla.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
It's very
that
sweet.
wasn't it their team that already killed somebody?
Yes. Very nice. I think it was it the Triton or the Sea Elf?
I think it was the Triton
Yeah.
that it got disintegrated.
Yeah. Very nice Triton girl that I was talking to before their fight. Tried to give them a warning to be careful, but, well, at least the rest of them made it out, I guess.
Yeah, Shayla says, I happened to see that fight. That was pretty nasty.
It definitely was.
Yeah. But you wouldn't happen to know anything about the Guardians in the 4th bracket, would you? Says Ashayla.
Would we? Do we know who they are?
You recognize some of them. One of them was Switch.
Oh, that's
from
right.
the Treasure Hunters. The other one was San Chitai from the party you guys had gone to.
That's right, that's right. Yeah, we know a couple of them. Not
They
everybody
are-
on their team, though.
And they are colleagues, though, so
Yeah.
can't give you too much, obviously.
We could try to introduce you to them if you want to talk or something.
Oh, no. I just was wondering if you had any insight on their fighting capabilities. Because I was wondering, your team is awfully powerful and strong. I mean,
Oh, we are the heroes of Leona.
and
Raine just kind of looks at her noodle arms like, in some ways.
and this fellow you mentioned in the first section of the bracket, he seems to pack a punch as well. It's, logically speaking, I would think the 4th team from our own plane would have some capabilities, and it's possible that we might be facing them, unless they get knocked out in the first round or so.
Yeah, there's a good possibility of that, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll be keeping an eye on them, as well as the rest of the fights after our own tomorrow, which I assume you all will be in the stands for.
Oh, of course.
Oh, of course.
We'll try to put on a spectacular show then. So you took
We can
them.
give you the details on the fight after yours as well if you want. I'm
That would-
sure that you'll be busy recovering.
That would be wonderful. Yes. And you took your team, your first round team down in 18 seconds, so to speak, more or less.
Pretty much.
I think we could do something similar to that. And you see Shayla look over to Litin, and Litin is already thinking. She looks like she's deep in thought, like nodding every once in a while. Well, seeing that our first bracket match is going to be with individuals from the Astral Sea.
Wouldn't that be mostly Gith, right?
I'm going to actually.
I remember you mentioning that there were some Gith, but I have no idea besides them that might be in the Astral Sea.
Actually, says Lieutenant, Elle was more than happy to perform some scouting for us. Miracle Eye seems to be the Gith-heavy group. Searing Sun Rays seems to be a group of pilgrims that traverse the Astral Sea for one reason or another. I believe their target was a Nightwalker. So...
Oh, another one.
Yeah. So, I believe they have... If I remember this group correctly, I believe their group consists of 2 Githzerai, an Aasimar, a Deva, and a human. As far as I remember. And you already said, if I'm able to disable the Aasimar... I think there's a high probability that we might be able to reduce their numbers within the 3 rounds that your team did with yours.
Well, I wish you good luck.
Shayla says, well, thank you very much. But yeah, she makes like idle chit chat with you. Is there anything else you guys need to know?
Not really. I was gonna show off in front of Shayla though, and do a performance. I will cast enhance ability on because I want to show her up. See if I could take the stage and do some singing. Trying to beat her at her own game.
Oh yeah, of course.
All right. Shall I roll a performance check?
Yeah.
Our delightfully pity Zaitari.
Oh, yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
It is as near perfect as a performance as it can be.
Yeah, it could be better. Could be 5. Could be 35.
The majority of the tavern is enraptured. There are people that are asking, to buy your table drinks. There are a couple platinum pieces tossed your way.
Hell yeah.
About 15 in
Nice,
total.
Nice.
And you see that
I'll pass that on as a tip to like the tavern since everything is provided for while we're here.
Okay. They will gladly accept the currency. Shayla looks adequately impressed.
Anybody trying to hit on me after that?
Let me see.
I have to know.
Oh.
It's Shayla. No.
No. There are
That's what
a
I-
few individuals that try to hit on you after the performance.
Mhm.
In particular, there is another tiefling who attempts to do so, doing the pull a flower out of, like, a sleight of hand flower out of seemingly nowhere trick.
How good is the sleight of hand?
The sleight of hand is Raine. Roll perception check.
Alrighty. Perception. You guys gonna lock horns?
You have no idea where that flower came from.
Damn.
Wow.
It's just like, wait a second. Was it in his sleeve? No, his wrist is bare. Is it? He doesn't really look like he's wearing anything like really flowy. It's like really like it's leather armor that's like fit to the body pretty well. And his hands didn't look like they were at his like immediate sides before the flower appeared. So you're just like, what where did that come from?
I could do that.
No, I'll just playfully flirt with all of them, but at the end of the night, we'll tell them that I'm taken.
Oh, okay.
So.
There is it's like kind of like in the classroom where like you tell them like something's been canceled, the field trip has been canceled, and it's like, aww. But yeah, it's just this rogue was just like knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, I'll try to like subtly point him maybe a Shayla's way. I
Mhm.
don't know what her status is, but you know she might appreciate the wing womaning.
She like
Obviously good with
strokes
the
her chin.
hands.
She strokes her chin. It's like pretty impressive. Oh. Well, if you weren't already taken, well, it's kind of cool that it's kind of neat that you caught one of their eye.
Their eyes?
Yeah. The one that gave you the one that gave you the flower in particular.
Oh, now I have to know. Who is he?
I believe Elle knows him better than I do because he's had a run-in with them. But he's part
A
of the
run-in or a run-in?
a professional run-in. They were going for the same target at one point. He's part of
Nothing's been cleared up at this point. Keep saying.
Well, that's I think he calls himself Mordai. I think he's part of the Hellbreakers. Which surprises. Do you know who they are?
No idea.
Well, they are a group from the Nine Hells. And they are renowned for being some of the best thieves in that region. And it doesn't surprise me that they made it to the tournament. I want to say, if I do recall, that they won their fight against Mystical Fire recently.
Yeah, that makes sense. If they win their next fight, and I have the feeling we might be fighting them. If they're as good as you say.
Yeah, they're very good because typically their targets are archdevils. So.
Now that I think about it, I don't really think that we fought too many devils.
But
Lots of snake people, though.
Hmm.
Lots and lots of snake people.
I hate snakes.
Is did the queens of Hecate make it to the second round?
If you ask, yes, they did.
Okay,
Hecate.
so it's okay, maybe. So they're going against it's 2 9 Hells teams against each other. That should be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely want to watch that fight.
But yeah, Elle has had a run-in with the Hellbreakers, and it got pretty ugly from what I've heard from him. Didn't give me too many details, though. Just that he won. Whatever his criteria for winning is.
Well, I don't know what your status is, but I did try to wing women him your way, if you're interested.
It's much appreciated, but currently I'm not really on the market.
Yeah, I'm super not on the market, so it's a shame he's very hot.
Oh, it is a burden, isn't it?
It really is.
I mean, he's from Hell, so he might be hot.
I mean, listen, Melanie, I can handle it. I am resistant to fire, too.
Some things burn deeper than others.
I'm just imagining that, like, the burning from a LSTD has to be so bad.
Oh god.
Oh, God.
As you guys are talking, the dwarf that you had seen with with Ishayla has walked into the tavern, dragging behind him a halfling who you recognize.
Mm-hmm.
And he strolls up. He grabs a tankard that nobody has touched. He starts drinking, and he grumbles, "This one's been causing trouble again." Doesn't go into detail with what that means. But Shio does do the clucking of the upper, like the tut tut tut, like, Elle, you know better around here, and Elle just doesn't say anything. He's just like,
Is this another one of your companions, Shayla?
Oh,
Is Shayla? Sorry.
yeah. Oh, yes. This is Grim. Grim nods, continues drinking after the nod. And you remember Elle. Elle waves a little bit. Hey, nice to see you again.
Hello.
Is that the halfling that was the troublemaker?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Grim says, I caught him trying to set up traps around a couple villas. And you hear Elle say, they weren't going to hurt anybody.
What villas, if I might ask?
Well, and he kind of like motions to Aoife.
Yeah.
And he says to Aoife, they have a really large fruit here called a durian.
Oh.
And I was going to use it. It was going to be glorious.
Stink bomb.
And Ishayla's like, well, if Grim caught you, then you weren't being very sneaky then. And you see Elle's like, but it's Grim. Grim sees everything. But, you know, at that point, he just kind of, Elle just mumbles to himself and grabs a beer, grabs an ale off of the tray and takes a couple sips. And Ishayla is like, oh, boys. Anyways, before you go for tonight, or before we intoxicate ourselves to the point of no return,
I think it's going to end up being the latter.
Probably. I wanted to tell you that I was actually talking to Noah the other day
Oh?
about the situation.
How did that go?
Well, Grim, would you like to describe how that went?
Oh, no.
And Grim says, I can break through anything. I can break through any vault, any nut, and any room.
But
Noah be the equivalent of trying to break into the Dorinatha Royal Vault on a sunny day in the middle of the weekday.
Mm.
And she says, "Don't worry, I can wear him down. It's gonna take me maybe another day or two."
I mean, would he at all be interested in maybe just talking to Melanie?
You see Elle
That
says,
is who he has the beef with.
you see Elle kind of like, I don't know about that, boss. I think, like, you probably want like one of us there at least to kind of like balance out the gruff man, holier than thou vibe. You know, inject some what you call it, logic in the situation. I mean, even tight ass Grim over here can like he's more like lenient than Metal Face.
That does make sense. We don't want him getting himself killed like an idiot.
That's true.
You hear Latine says he has done that once or twice, almost getting himself killed for his. And even at this point, Latine, who's been, very quiet and very, like, reserved, kind of just rolls her eyes for his crusade. Ishayla says Noah's a work in progress.
Well, at least he has such reasonable friends.
Raine looks like she's going to say several things, but kind of looks at the group and
nah. Grim at this point has finished his tankard, and he says, "Believe me, he was a lot worse before most of us showed up by his side. But then again, when you got Bane talking into your ear, there's almost so much the rest of us can do. But he does realize that he kinda needs us.
Oh, there's that at least.
Yeah." And you see Grim wave over a waitress asking for another. Anyways, Grim says, I better get back to the villa, and you're coming with me. And he's like grabbing Elle. It's like Elle's like, I'm just gonna sneak out at night anyway. You know that, right? And Grim says, yeah, but I'm not gonna let it be that easy for you, Elle. Come on. And Elle's like looking back at you guys, as he's being like, dragged away, and like he's like mouthing to you guys, "Don't worry, I'll get him next time."
He just gets a little like hand gesture from Raine, and well, he certainly knows what it means, Thieves can't thing,
Yep. At that point, Lutin says, I believe I should be retiring as well, very soon. I have a couple things I have to look at before we head into our fight tomorrow. Ishayla, you shouldn't stay up so late either. And Ishayla's like, I guess you're right. Well, I'll see you later. I'll give you any updates if Noah changes his mind. And yeah, I definitely want to talk about what you guys see after our fight tomorrow.
Will do.
And with that, she, you know, like does like an over exaggerated like bow and leaves. And, you know, Litin like does a little like hand wave and leaves by her side. What do you guys want to do?
I mean, I'm gonna finish off that bottle of wine, but I'll just look to the rest of the group and say, yeah, the rest of them seem like chill people. It's pretty much just that Noah has a stick up his ass. Well, I should say it's not a stick; it's more like a giant metal rod.
Yeah, I have no problem with most of them. But they also weren't the ones that, like, came to a private residence threatening harm.
Mm,
So,
What do you think, Melanie?
I feel like it's possible that our more good might be done if we're not working against each other, but I also think that it's possible that Noah may not be the kind to change his mind. So we'll have to see.
Okay. Was there anything you guys wanted to do before the next day?
yeah, Aoife's gonna talk to Juan.
Mhm.
And ask if there's alternative lodgings.
Okay. Juan, appears at the tavern. Takes a couple minutes and says, alternative lodgings can be provided, yes, of course. If you would prefer, we can get you a residence at one, if you prefer like an inn, we can get you a residence at like an inn here. It won't be as spacious as the villa. If you give us a day, we can get you a small villa of your own.
Not like just a bed at an inn's fine.
Okay. Then I will make arrangements with Dragon's Lair, which is down the street a couple blocks. And we can put you up there tonight if you wish.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. I'll let him know that to be expecting you. Is there anything else that you would need for your room?
No, I keep everything on me.
Okay, sounds good. Well, let me know if you need anything else. And she will go off and outside in the direction of the Dragon's Lair.
And then before everyone else leaves the tavern, I'll just let them know that I'll meet up with them in the morning.
Okay. We'll see you at the match.
All right. But yeah, your room is set up when you arrive. And I assume you sleep there?
Yeah, it's really just somewhere to stay.
Okay. In the evening you have a dream. Or you're pretty sure it's a dream. You wake up from your bed and there's that giant bear just sleeping off to the side on like the small rug that's at the foot of the bed. Just kind of like looks up, sees that you're awake, blinks a few times, see if you do anything.
I'll just wave at it.
Gives you a nod, kind of just stands up, does the sit on its hind legs and like the stretch deal. Kind of like meanders over, puts its head on the mattress and just kind of just looks at you like how a dog would look at you, like,
Yeah, I'll give it a bunch of scratches on the cheeks and the ears.
Yeah. Looks very happy. That's kind of like the little like foot thing the dogs do when you get the right spot, like the tapping of the foot.
And I'm just gonna say, like, whisper to it. It's like, one of these days, you're gonna have to tell me who sent you.
Looks at you very confused.
I'll teach you how to write. Don't worry. And then I'll just scoot over on the bed so there's room for it, and then I'll go to bed.
There is a very large dip, and like couple like straining creaks. Appears the bed holds so. Okay. And the rest of you go back to the villa. Anything else before tomorrow?
Mm-mm.
All right. The next day comes without anything eventful happening.
I would hope so.
Yep. And do you summon Wand to bring you to the arena, or do you go there on your own?
I don't know.
I mean, she probably make sure we get better seats, right?
That's true. Yeah.
Okay.
Got a butler, might as well use it.
All right. When she is summoned, she says, "Hi. What can I do for you?"
To the arena.
Oh, okay. Would you like me to go get your other friend as well?
I think
sure.
she's gonna.
But I think she's going to meet us there.
Okay. Then
Let's go and get her on the way, just to make sure she's able to come.
okay.
Oh,
Excellent.
sure, that's fine.
Excellent. We'll head there first, and then straight to the arena. Then, let's go. And she will take you there. As you guys are walking down the street, don't sing song. Sorry. Roll a perception check.
Sure. I'm so good at those.
Our Zaitari specialty.
Oh, that's persuasion.
Perception?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
I actually rolled a decent fucking number. It's a goddamn miracle.
As you are walking down the road, you notice that people are just doing their jobs, same jobs as they did yesterday. Raine, and was that advantage for real? Melanie, do you have advantage?
Yeah, I've got one of my runes gives me advantage on perception.
Okay. You and Raine notice that, these are the exact same people from exactly the day before, doing the exact same things.
Just look at
Got
each other
it.
like, this is creepy.
Yeah, it's a little jarring.
I
Uh,
was trying to make a joke with the word jarring, but I couldn't think of anything that would be funny.
It's alright. But you guys get to Dragon Alley. And Juan says, I could go retrieve Aoife if you wish.
Sure.
Okay.
We were
She
picking her up on the
jogs-
way.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna pick her up on the way.
Yeah.
You're in the inn. She said, "Do you want me to go
Yeah.
grab
Oh.
her from the room?"
Yeah, that's
Oh.
fine.
Okay. She goes and jogs upstairs, and Aoife, you hear a knock on your door. Knock, knock, knock.
Is Bear Friend gone?
Bear friend is gone. But
Okay.
there is a crater next to you.
I'm just gonna like pat the crater fondly, and then yeah, just go and meet her.
Hello. Your compatriots are downstairs waiting. They are about to head to the arena. Would you like to follow me, please?
Yep, take me away.
And she, leads you downstairs to where your compatriots are waiting. Okay. And then from there to the arena, which is already starting to fill up. But Juan is able to get you like seats close enough to the action that you could pretty much see everything. There are a couple vendors that start like passing out like snack foods and drinks before the first round of this section of the bracket starts. You see in the crowd, actually, you see a switch with a couple other folks next to her. She looks like she's a little bit, like a couple, one or two sections away from you guys. Just kind of like taking in the ambiance. With a couple people you don't recognize next to her. There's also a couple Fae-looking individuals. And Arakoa's, like, hummingbird Arakoa is kind of, like, chilling in the stands. Kind of, like, hovering above everybody. Not being able to keep still. There is a Dao, an Earth Djinn, kind of, like, hanging out in his own section. This tiny storm dust devils like kind of swirling around him, making some of the seats next to him not sittable. And there's a couple other individuals that just are hanging out. As everything gets underway, the first match is the Exalted versus Searing Sun Rays. And the arena turns into pretty much a burning building, similar to the one that you guys would have been standing in.
It gets used again.
It gets used again. Some of these you've seen before. It's a different burning building, though. The layout's completely different. And off the bat, immediately, you see Noah the douchebag, with his large shield. And immediately, as the fight gets underway, he raises it, and there are several chains that come out of it. One chain heads to the Deva, who is wearing a breastplate. The other chain is headed towards the female aasimar, who's wearing robes. And they get immediately, the chains latch around both of them and pull them immediately towards Noah. After that happens, Elle just appears out of nowhere, takes this very thin stiletto-looking dagger, plants it twice into the robed aasimar, and she just goes down
Damn.
immediately. And there's like a glint of joy in Elle's eyes. She looks like she's still breathing, but she just dropped. As soon as that happens, it looks like the Deva is about to do something, and then Latin immediately counterspells. And at that point, you noticed while this was all going on, one of this Githeri is in a force cage.
Oh, jeez.
After that happens, it looks like the male Githeri attempts to rush towards Elle to take him out. But suddenly, as soon as he tries to stab Elle, he's not there anymore. The image of Elle, it looks like an illusion. He just goes through Elle's image, and before he can react, Noah comes back, clocks him with like the edge of the handle of his sword, like right beneath the chin. Elle comes up from behind him and just takes him out as well. It looks like there was like some kind of black green flame that had formed around Elle, like in a split second, and just like the male Githeri looks rough. And this male Githeri was in heavy armor, like we're talking full plate, mace in one hand, shield in the other, and he looks pretty ragged. And at this point, you see Latin look over at him and starts casting, and easily a few scorching rays going into him. And in 3 rounds, everybody's down except for the person in the force cage, who eventually surrenders. And you see Ishayla, like after the 3rd round is done, she like looks your way, and kind of gives you a wink and points to you guys.
They're gonna be fucking tough.
During this time, you've noticed a couple things. First of all, you notice that it was probably Elle's and Noah's relics activating. You did not see the 3 others activate, or at least you did not. It didn't seem like they activated. But
there was that like green black flame
from
that L.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we might be able to deduce that maybe it's something to do with that.
Yeah, you think Elle and Noah's went like use theirs, but you're not sure if Latin, Ishayla, or Grim used theirs.
It seemed like they were trying to really lock people down.
Mm-hmm.
So their abilities might not matter that much with their relics for that kind of thing.
But it seemed like Latin's plan did go accordingly, blocking down the caster and seemingly the healer before things got ready. And it looks like, and Aoife, you can probably notice the person that was locked, the Githeri that was locked up in the force cage. You have the sneaking suspicion that that person was a monk. Maybe with some like favored weapon of sort.
Gotcha.
Monk in a force cage, not useful.
Not at all.
Not a rogue
Definitely
unit.
definitely gonna have to. We're just gonna have force cage battle.
But yeah, their round ends. Ishayla kind of like waves to the crowd, like hamming it up.
Yeah, I will. I'll give like a subtle like damn kind of thing,
Elle looks pleased with himself. Kind of like, and you start, and Tilda can read lips. I think a couple other you can as well.
No, I can't.
Tilda can read lips,
Yeah,
and
We can
Tilda,
read lips.
you see Elle say, "Hey, buddy, good job out there. Put it there, put her there." And, goes for like a high five, and Noah's kind of just looking at him like, no, and then Elle looks sad.
well, he really does have just a metal rod up his ass.
He goes and gets his high five from Ishayla, and even Grim gives him like a little like low five. Like, and for a split second, you see like Grim kind of like glare at Noah, and he looks back at Elle, and then he's like, with a gauntlet head, he gives the halfling a little pat. It's like, you did good, kid. You did good. But yeah, their round ends. The next round looks like it is against the Hood Lantern versus Dark Void from Pandemonium.
Life is pandemonium.
And Pandemonium.
Yeah, I'm so interested to see who makes it out of this because Pandemonium's wild. What's their team makeup?
You're not sure.
Oh God.
Because they're like in black. You see some in heavy armor. Two individuals that are like in robes, but they're all hooded and they're all masked.
Oh Jesus.
And they fight like somebody you would think somebody from Pandemonium fight. Very erratic.
Mm-hmm.
Very illogical. Attacking different targets. What is... I gotta take a look at Hood Lantern for a moment. Shadowfell. Hood Lantern. Yeah, so see Hood Lantern. Yeah, it looks like the Hood Lantern are made up of 2 humans, a dwarf, a rogue, and a half-elf. Yeah, they get overtaken really quickly just by like sheer... It looks like mostly by sheer brute force. By Pandemonium. It's not really a contest.
Mm-hmm.
Still takes them about 5 rounds to get them down, the Hood Lantern down though, through all the chaos.
What are the arenas?
The arenas in this one are... There is a cliff that is jutting out to a sheer drop.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is a volcano. The third one is them atop a waterfall. And eventually looks like one of the heavily armored humans falls into the waterfall when it changes. He was not able to fly or feather fall. He sunk like a stone.
Unfortunate.
The fourth one was a savanna-like landscape. And the fifth one was a swamp area with quicksand.
It's always quicksand.
So it's always quicksand. The next fight is Oblivion Wing from the plane of elemental air versus the Midnight Riders from the Nine Hells. And in a very surprising show, because of Let me take a look at the Midnight Riders. Yeah, the Midnight Riders are mainly consist of devils. A horned devil, a chain devil, a bearded devil, an Aranis, and a bone horn chain bearded Aranis.
Hmm.
Yes. All devils. Oblivion
It could be
wins.
your angle or your double.
Yeah. Pretty much. And Oblivion Wing actually makes it out of this fight, but it was a very close fight because both sides had air capabilities, and most of the arenas had turned into air-based landscapes. So they seemed like they were a little more prepared for this than Midnight Riders. And the last team, Miracle Eye versus Veiled League. Like mentioned the previous night, Miracle Eye looked like they consist entirely of. I'm just making sure I am correct. Where yesterday? Yeah. It is entirely made up of Githyanki. Like every member is a Gith. And Veiled League is made up of a human, a gnome, half elf, another gnome, and a halfling. And it seems like Miracle Eye eventually gets the advantage and wins over Veiled League. And that is that day's tournament. So the winners going on are the Exalted, Dark Void, Oblivion Wing, Miracle Eye, and Miracle Eye.
For the Pandemonium team, there were like no tactics going on. They were just going crazy, basically.
Pretty much.
Okay, interesting.
It was very hard to make heads or tails of their tactics. If I had to compare them to a popular Marvel character, they are probably the Deadpool of the group.
Okay.
Just no rhyme or reason.
But that's only if you had to compare them.
If
right?
I had to compare them to a popular Marvel figure. Is there anything you guys wanted to do?
Not really. I mean, I'll tell Shayla how the fight after them went, but there's not too much to report, unfortunately.
Right. And she's more than happy to accept anything you're able to tell her. Latin seems to be very interested in the Dark Void group because they're going to be fighting them next. So you already see she's already trying to figure them out, trying to find any sort of pattern whatsoever. And Elle's pretty much like, well, I just gotta stab them.
He's not wrong.
And Grimm's like, yeah, agrees with you, Melanie. He's not wrong. But yeah, that's that day's fight. Did you want to move on just to the next one, the next day, just to?
That's fine with me.
Who
Yeah,
wins?
I'm fine with that.
Okay. So the next day, Devil Storm. I'm just gonna go through this quickly, unless you guys ask for specifics. Devil Storm overtakes the Crimson Sashes. The Guardians soundly overtake Punishment.
They're the team that's made up of our colleagues, right?
Yeah.
The people that we know. Yeah. Okay.
And you've seen, you fought alongside Switch before, and you've guys seen San fight before. They do not fight like you remember. San like still uses that longbow of his, and Switch is still using her jaguar and her long range weapon. And the other three individuals, which I should mention who they are, um, there they are, include what seems to be an aasimar, but looks a little different. It doesn't really isn't really too pale. Is of a darker skin, but seems to have the same air manipulation as
Mhm.
a air genasi. There is a human, heavily armored warrior. But he's clearly using divine magic of some sort, but a lot of the things he doesn't seem to be like the closest thing you can think he is akin to is like a paladin of sorts.
Mhm.
But he doesn't fight like one you've ever seen.
Hmm.
He is constantly able to literally pull his allies behind him, and there are other abilities that you do not recognize.
Hmm.
And the last member of the team is a elf of like a darker complexion, darker than a wood elf, I would say. And some of the spells she's casting you do not recognize. For example, one of the spells seems very similar to like Melf's Minute Meteors. I believe it's a spell that is like to be cast. Except she takes a bunch of these like dark colored like nuts, tosses them into her mouth, and just spits them out one by one, each one engulfed in fire.
What the fuck?
And there's a couple other spells that you recognize that you and Tilda would recognize that you guys have cast before, but there are others that seem very foreign to you.
I'd like to go talk to that group after we're done, since we know some people on that team.
The other prominent thing you've noticed about that group is you've seen Switch use tattoo magic before. Simply like changing places with her animal companion and stuff. There are other tattoos that you had seen she wore, but she never activated those around you, and these seem to give her arrows a lot more power behind them than you realize. Same with Sand. Like all of these, every single member of the group do have tattoos that activate. But yeah, they beat their group very soundly as well. And you do see in the arena, Shayla and her group is there as well, and she is looking at these people with great interest now.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. The next fight is the Huntsman versus Earth Power. It's a very close fight, but the Huntsmen actually overtake Earth Power. And then afterwards, outsiders. The Outsiders from the Feywild versus Endeavor from the Beastlands. Endeavor do overtake the Outsiders. So in the next bracket, it will be Devilstorm versus the Guardians, and the Huntsmen versus the individuals from the Beastlands, who seem to make up like a lot of like half beast individuals. So it's kind of predator prey type deal for that fight bracket. But yeah, that is the that's the next day. Done. But you wanted to find the Guardians after this.
Yeah, after all the fights.
Okay. Eventually the arena clears out.
And I'll let everybody else know that my plan is to go talk to them since we haven't caught up with them and we do know them, so.
Okay. Is anybody going with Zaitari?
Mel will tag along.
So will Tilda.
Yeah, Aoife will be there too.
Okay.
We're all there. We're just quiet.
All right. You guys eventually they went and they're hanging out in they didn't go to the tavern right away. They're kind of chilling outside in one of the after they got all patched up. They went to go chill out in a cafe off to the side of the road instead of heading to the tavern right away. And it's not too hard to fight them if you ask individuals in the area, hey, have you seen this team? And they're like, oh yeah, they passed by not too long ago. But Switch immediately clocks you at the end of the street. And she waves. The jaguar next to her kind of just lifts its head, looks at you, puts its head back down. He looks tired.
I'll kind of give that, that cool guy nod, with the chin.
Yep. And Switch says, "Hey, how you guys doing?"
Pretty good. Sorry that didn't come by to say hello earlier. We noticed you, but
No.
been busy these
There's a
past
lot of
couple
people
days.
here. There's a lot of people here. There's a lot of fights you gotta prepare for. I know how it is. Oh, I should introduce you to my my associates. You already know San, and San nods. This points to the not the aasimar, the Genasi.
There you
go. This is Dawol. This and points to the elven woman. This is Binta, and our friend here is Pangan, and I will put those names in chat.
TY.
Yep.
You really handed that other team's ass to them. Kind of impressive.
Oh, yeah. We did a little scouting beforehand. Just try to kind of see what their abilities or try to hear from the other individuals here what they might be capable of and just form the plan from there. At this point, a couple individuals nod. You notice that, well, some of you notice, and you don't have to roll perception for this, that Pangan is not wearing any footwear with his armor. Actually, his armor looks a little odd. Let me. Can I get it?
I'm gonna say, is this one of your associates, San?
Yeah. This is you can call, and he says, yeah, I'm my name's Pan. Pangan, but you just call me Pan for short. This is what he looks like. No shoes. And the shield is pretty large, but looks like it's the majority of it looks like it's made out of wood. Yeah. They're my associates, San says.
Do you mind me asking why you all are in this tournament?
the elven woman, Binta, she says, I mean, obviously there's a wish involved, and when we heard about it, we decided to throw our lot in.
Yeah, makes sense. Wasn't sure if there was any other underlying reason.
Actually, I do have a picture of Binta, if you give me 1 second.
Do you know
Now
what you'll
that-
be wishing for? Sorry.
Oh, well, we have to discuss that. We've been going back and forth on what we want, says Binta. Oh, it looks, and we do have some time before that starts, so. I need to get it's a long piece of text. But yeah, all of them are, now that you have a closer look at them, all of them are covered in the magical tattoos that you saw them display on the field. And it's pretty clear after seeing them fight, when they were with you, they were probably holding back.
We know these people again?
They're treasure
San,
hunters.
well, San we know from the, oh my gosh, the mansion battle, where we were getting our skills gauged.
With all like
Before.
the tar ghouls and
Yeah,
necromancers and skeletons and stuff
trying
like that.
to save all those people in the mansion during the, what was it? It was like a New Year's party or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I was there for that. And like Tilda and Theo showed up.
Yeah, that's right. You were
late.
there later.
So, okay.
This is what Binta looks like. A
Ooh.
little bit on the darker side for a wood elf.
Just a little.
There was one more thing you noticed about Binta when she was fighting. And let me see if I am able to get... During the fight, she... And this was it looked like without the assistance of a tattoo. Her eyes started glowing, and she had these translucent eagle wings that sprouted from her shoulder blades. When that happened, there were a couple individuals who were invisible on the field. She clocked them immediately with a couple of the meteor seeds.
I have to say, all of your fighting abilities are very interesting. Not like anything I've ever seen before.
Pan says, yeah, my order is a little bit eccentric. Our tenants are more based on, I guess, if I had to say, like, you hear him say something to San, like in another language. Aoife, you know what he said. He said something like, "Would you, how would you say that say this in common?" Like, you know, is like, tenants of blood. And San says in common, yeah, you probably call that. I think tenants of blood is probably like what that roughly translates into. Kind of more like a self-sacrifice in order to aid another, San finishes for him. Yeah. Of the 5 individuals, Pan seems like he doesn't have a very good grasp of common. Very well.
Mm-hmm.
The others look like Binta and Dowell. Looks like they're okay speaking fluently. Yes, our abilities are a little. Binta says our abilities are a little foreign. Most of us grew up in very secluded areas of Pandera. Though, we've all traveled from our birthplace, so we're getting accustomed to other more populated areas. Was there anything? Switch is kind of like toying with a piece of pastry on her dish. Is there anything else?
No, mostly just to wish you good luck. Assuming that you make it through to the end, we have a feeling that you're going to end up fighting some other people that we know that are here from the material plane called on the Exalted team.
Actually, I want to get a picture of. Yeah, there's not a very good picture of him, unfortunately. Damn it, there's not a good picture of that. But Binta says, yeah, well, we were watching them yesterday. They seemed like very difficult opponents. But I mean, as the saying goes, may the best people win, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. We wish you luck as well.
Thank you.
And yeah.
Where'd you get the sick tattoos?
That's an excellent question. The tattoos are very sick.
Binta says when we were for many of us, when we are chosen to leave our birthplace, we are given tattoos by our elders. It depends on the hardiness of the individual, on how many they can take. In our cases, our body's tolerance is high. But we got them from home, but in different places. I'm not necessarily from Pan's area. I would say south. We originate more southern than most of the more civilized areas of Pandera, I would suppose you'd say. But yeah. Maybe one day you will visit.
I think that would be a wise idea, especially if we can get some of those tattoos.
Yeah.
They are very useful, Binta says. But they do take a lot of energy out of a person once used.
Mm-hmm.
As you probably noticed after our fight. But yeah, good luck to all of you, and hope we see you soon.
Thank you.
Very kind.
Yeah. And they're like, once you guys leave, they'll start chit-chatting amongst themselves, you know, having more coffee.
Do they say anything about us as we leave?
It's like, these bitches, they're gonna die.
Not
No.
about you. Aoife's the only one that can understand them. Can you? Can you understand any language? Tilda?
Give me a second.
Yep.
I mean, I can understand many languages. But where the hell is there? No, I've got Common, Elvish, Celestial, Abyssal, Sylvan, Halfling, and the Shards of Dawn just gave me Infernal.
Okay.
But other than that,
Yeah, you don't catch what they say. Aoife, you do, because you can understand all languages. You hear, Dawo say, well, they seem very nice. And you hear, you know, Switch say, yeah, they're good folk. And you hear Switch say, I kind of hope it's them.
I will relay that to the group.
kind of hope what's us.
I don't know.
Maybe that we win? That they go up against us? Oh.
Sure, they'd like to fight against someone who they're fairly certain is not going to kill them in the process.
True.
Always handy.
Did you guys want to just see the next round of fights and then get ready for yours?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so the next round of fights pits Shadows of Guilt versus Final Gambit. In which, let's see. Just want to get them right. Because Final Gambit is made out of a bunch of, pretty much it's a couple goblins, a hobgoblin, some half orcs. They don't have the magical advantage that Shadows of Guilt has, so they're dispatched quickly, and 3 people die.
Ooh,
Damn.
dead?
And it's on Final Gambit's team.
Whose team is this?
This is
It's
Shadows. Yeah,
Shadows of Guilt versus Final Gambit? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, of course they would fucking kill people.
In the next round, it is Order of the Eternal Sun, versus, I think it was Wild Fae, and Orders of the Eternal Sun, take that round. They are made up of, just looking, yeah, they're made up of a group of seemingly very strong adventurers, halfling, dwarf, dragonborn, human, and elf, and they take their rounds. So it's gonna be them versus Shadows of Guilt.
Rip.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, as you are getting ready for your fight the next day, this has been several days now. If you have like a lookout for Hellbreakers versus Queens of Hecate,
D.
it is the Hellbreakers that win. And their group, the Hellbreakers, win in. It's actually a pretty close fight. But the Hellbreakers seem to have a very balanced team of magic and melee. Yeah, and they just. It's like. And Raine can almost see this. It's like going into a job. Yep. But yeah, you're up next if you want to go into that fight.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Since we've had a
As
couple
soon as-
days, I'm swapping out some of my spells.
Okay.
You know, because just to better prepare for the bullshit.
Although
that
it have
we're-
new importance too.
Mm-hmm. Yep, give me a second.
Yep.
Let me see if there's anything that's useful.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go swap all my spells around, guys.
So instead of stab, you're gonna go for shoot.
Yeah, maybe fillet, you know.
Filet mignon, you know. Mass suggestion is still my best.
I'm gonna use my third eye to cast dark vision on myself.
Okay.
Or
Sounds good.
gain
And
dark vision.
I believe that's duration as well, right? Not concentration.
No, it's just a skill. It's just like a feature
Okay.
that I
Oh,
have
okay.
because I'm a divination wizard.
All right. Sounds good. All right. I am gonna put you guys on your first arena.
So yeah, just in case.
So as you see, there is an arena.
A little fuzzy, but yes, I see it.
Yep. And those are
there we go.
tunnels that go inside.
These tunnels.
Yeah, these are tunnels.
Okay. And the
There's-
rest of the walls are
Yeah.
regular walls.
The
Okay.
regular walls. Ceiling is about 40 feet high.
And it was who were the two? It was the mouse and somebody else who was the ones that we should keep our eyes on.
Yeah, the mouse and the flower lady,
Okay.
which seems to be her. There's
Okay.
a mouse over here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a mushroom, and there's
How big is this mouse creature?
it would be considered small.
Okay.
Which one's the flower lady? I'm sorry.
The green
yellow,
one.
Yeah, this guy.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
So the announcer goes, so welcome to this next match. Today we have the light that burns the sky from Sigil. And wild cheers in the crowd, versus the heroes of Leona from the material plane. I wish all of you good luck, and we can get started. Please roll initiative. There are a couple things I have to do for initiative. Oh boy.
That is a bummer.
Yeah. Okay, that's not bad.
Alright, so I believe.
I'm just gonna go take a 20-minute nap and I'll come back during my turn.
After this, we all take alert.
So
Jesus. Well, at least one of us rolled well.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, I was watching the episode from last week on Darren's YouTube channel, and every time it came to my turn, and Mallory, you were like, I do this, and that's my action, and we do movement, and I'm like, bonus actions are for healing! Bonus actions are for healing! And you
Oh,
just
no,
wouldn't.
I know.
And I
Yeah.
was like, come on!
We didn't need it until later. So.
Eh. You guys got ripped up pretty bad. Towards the end there.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it. I'd forgotten.
It's fine.
No, I had it on my mind to do it with the bonus actions, but by the time we needed it, I was like, well, I gotta pick and choose now.
Hello. Can I please type or thank you? Just trying to write down my divination rolls, but no.
alright, so between Twitch and Rose, let me descend this. Who goes first?
I thought you were talking about Twitch, the
Yeah, same.
the platform,
Oh.
and then Row, and I was like, what about me? Rose. Oh, okay.
Okay, Rose will go before Twitch then. Okay. All right, Aoife, you are up. I'm gonna,
Cool.
yeah, I'm gonna put the round up there.
Oh.
I'm gonna go after this lion man because I heard he's dangerous.
Okay.
I got my arms out.
Stun.
That's the plan. So 20 to hit for the first one.
Miss.
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 Oh boy. Okay, try again.
You miss.
I don't know what's going on, so bonus action dodge.
Fair enough.
So,
I just picked two like wild haymakers with my spectral arms. Both of them miss, and I look over to Melanie and give like the grimace face.
It was like, ugh.
so as the
And
first
start
fist
dodging.
flies, you like connect into his chest, and he just stands there, kind of like looking at you, like kind of like give me another one. You fly in with the second fist, on the to the left to where you hit, same expression. Okay, and you take the dodge action.
Yeah, so did it feel like my strikes were connecting and they weren't doing any damage, or were they not penetrating his armor?
They were not penetrating his armor, which he's not wearing any of.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
neither am
this
I,
fucking
so-
crazy ass barbarian. Holy shit.
Yes. If I look at him real quick, does he have a giant strength belt like how Melanie has?
Yes.
Oh no.
Mm.
Oh no.
Can I just, as a free action, over the brooch, say to Raine, "Hey, this lion fucker's got a giant strength belt. Do you
Yep.
think you can get that away from him?"
Yeah. Melanie, what's your giant strength belt? I forgot which one I gave you.
It's the one that makes my strength 27.
Okay.
I want to say it's Storm. Oh, Cloud Giant.
Cloud. Okay. Okay.
Does his belt look pretty fucking similar?
It looks similar, but not exactly the
Mm.
same.
Cool.
Christ. Okay. Yeah, I'll ask Raine over the brooch if maybe you can get that away from him.
Or just force cage his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whichever comes first.
Okay.
But yeah, bonus action dodge.
Okay, great. Right. Ha. I am going to. So Flower is next. So Flower is.
He can call me
going
Flower if he
to-
wants to.
Oh, all right. Now I remember. Okay. Flower is going to take their bow and is going to aim for Zaitari.
Uh-huh.
Does a
Nah.
does a 26 hit?
Fuck, I can't even shield that. Yeah?
Okay. I gotta finish. So unfortunately, I do not have advantage. So that is the unfortunate thing.
Yeah, it's real
Oh
unfortunate.
yeah, darn.
Have you already said what's gonna happen when you do that attack? Because I just remembered something that I can do.
I didn't. What can you do?
I would like to use Runic Shield.
Okay.
Because she's been hit with it. I'm gonna use my reaction
Mm-hmm.
to force the attacker to re-roll the d20 and use the new roll.
Okay. So I
Uh-oh.
crit.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's yeah.
I'm gonna get some more dice.
Thanks.
Oh my god! I'm so sorry.
I was like, it's because they have to use the new roll. I was like, this is gonna be bad.
And it was.
First time I've used that ability.
Aren't
First
you
time
glad to
I
be right?
used it.
But it's not a sneak attack because she doesn't have advantage, so
Oh.
you got that going for you.
Hooray!
Huzzah!
This is how you just don't die instantly.
Yeah, I would probably be dead.
I mean, at least it's on Melanie. No, wait, no, it's on Zaitari. My bad. I apologize.
Oh no, it's
I got
on Melanie as in it's my
Yeah.
fault. Yes, my fault very much.
Yeah, but that's not what I meant.
Ooh.
So you take 33 points of piercing damage, and you feel like you're easier to hit now.
Uh-oh.
For
Should we
now.
do that? Okay, well that got rid of my armor of Agasthis. That...
Do ranged attackers take the damage? I'm assuming
No.
not.
No,
No.
it's only within 5 feet.
That sucks.
Which is the bummer.
Why am I being pinged?
I'm not pinging
because
you.
you're within 5 feet of Zaitari, aren't you?
Well, I didn't punch her.
Does it affect?
No, it only hits the person who attacks you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. If a creature hits you with a melee attack while you have these hit points, the creature takes the cold damage. So that has to be a melee attack. If they somehow hit me at that range with a melee attack, I'd be like, fucking damn.
Yeah.
So,
Flower is going to go
That
behind
javelin
this...
arm went really far, though. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, she's going to go behind this corner, and she is going to bonus action hide. And I will roll for the stealth. And that's going to be... Okay. That is going to be her turn. Twitch is next. Twitch is gonna go
Hi,
for
Odin.
the same target.
Yeah, of course.
I just want to see. One second. Just have to check one
your
more
time.
thing. Alright, so the first attack is... Where? There's Twitch's sheet. First attack. Does she want to do this? Probably.
Come on, buddy.
Alright. She's gonna do it. So... Okay. So... That's a 24 to hit.
Shield.
Okay. What's your AC up to now?
25.
Okay. Alright, she will miss both shots. She is going to go in there. And she will also bonus action hide.
God damn it.
That was a... Okay. Assad is now going to rage.
Oh, I'm definitely force caging him. He needs to be. He needs to calm the fuck down.
Dear little lion man.
And you see his tail elongate and seem to have a
No.
mind of its own.
Don't
This
like
is-
that.
Beast barbarian, what I was
Yeah.
gonna eventually archetype into.
Possibly. Alright. So he's gonna try to make some attacks. Just making sure that I have everything. That... Okay. So, first attack versus You, I don't think that's gonna hit. That is a, maybe it does. That's a 22 to
is-
hit.
Yeah, AC, that my AC is 22. Was that with disadvantage and or a reckless attack?
That wasn't a reckless.
It was reckless.
It wasn't.
Was it a disadvantage?
Was not.
It was not at disadvantage.
I took the dodge action.
Oh, right. Sorry. So that was. All right, that was a crit.
Okay, so 22 hits.
22 hits. 23 points of slashing damage for the first attack.
Jesus. Okay, hold on. I gotta do math.
Don't forget about your
Yep, it's
temp hit points.
it's gone.
Yeah. Well, obviously, yes.
Yeah, that was the math I was doing. Was the 7 from the 23? All right.
16.
Okay. And it's a 20 to hit. I did roll at disadvantage.
That one misses.
Okay. That I think is all I can do. You know what? Screw it. Since I feel like he's gonna be force cage real fast. He's gonna be. I'm using lucky on him. I crit.
Oh my god.
So. Oh. 9 plus. So 21 points to hit on the second one. Wait. Savage attacker.
Jesus.
So 28 points. Hold on. Great weapon master.
Oh
Jesus.
my god.
Sorry, I wrote
Hold on.
like I actually wrote all these notes in my notebook just for each person. So my bad. 9. 16,
Technically, you
17.
have to declare Great Weapon Master before you roll the attack.
That's fair.
So
28.
I'm trying to save you some damage here.
That's okay. 28.
Yeah, that almost took me to half health. Sweet. Yeah.
There's one thing I have to check.
Okay, great. Just gonna force cage that. Just putting that there for now.
Weapon die. I forgot brutal critical. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
7 more damage.
Okay, I went from 130 plus 7 temporary hit points down to 79 hit points with the dodge action.
Also, the Hero's Feast actually increase your max HP.
Either way, I went from 137 down to 79.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'm going to pretend I didn't see that box.
Okay.
And
yeah.
keep him where he is.
Okay.
Alright, your turn.
I cast Force Cage right there.
Okay, what's the save?
There isn't one.
Oh, okay. Oh boy. Alright, that's gonna
It
be
just happens.
Yep, I remember Force Cage very well.
I
Okay.
could extract that ruby dust.
Yeah. I have the money, so
Alright.
so that's my action.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a cage or a solid box?
It's a solid box.
The solid box is much smaller.
Oh, it is?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
well-
see. A solid box is 10 feet.
On the side.
Let's see. Let me remake this.
Yep.
I thought it was the same thing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I didn't realize it till like a
Prison.
minute ago.
Nope, that's fair.
I mean,
Yeah,
the-
no, I will box Assad.
Okay.
He's going in the
You're in the box.
He needs
the
a fucking time out.
Yep.
The timeout box.
Yes, the
Mhm.
timeout box.
If he fits, he sits.
As a
Yes.
bonus
Truly, he
action,
does.
I'm going to drink a greater healing potion to heal myself.
Ooh, nice
15
rolls
hit
on it
points,
too.
Yeah.
which takes me up to max. Wonderful.
Oh, I'm
I
gonna.
wasn't really that bad, but I don't want to, risk it.
I'm gonna put these guys on another layer until you try to find them, or they pop out of stealth.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
guess I don't have
assuming-
to worry about him for a while.
Yeah, I'm assuming that they rolled pretty high on their hide checks.
Possibly.
Okay. I mean, I can't do anything else. I use my bonus action. I'm gonna hide behind Melanie. Just for now.
It's your fault.
It is. That's the end of my turn. Does that mark go away at the end of my turn, or is that still there?
Let me take a look. For it's in the book.
A reading rainbow.
Yes. Still there.
I can read anything.
Still there. It won't be there for long, but it's still there.
Okay. All right. I just was curious.
Okay, Raine.
Well, I don't have to worry about that no more. We worry more about mushroom guy or mole guy.
We don't know that we have information about the difference between the two. I think that the mushroom guy is a support. I don't know if we know what the mole guy does.
Yeah.
Mole guy turns into something, right? Into the constellation monster.
It's Constellation Druid.
That's really
What? Remind us again what the mole guy does, because I can't remember what Ishayla said. I only remember that.
She
Oh,
says
that's
she's
right.
a
It was the
druid.
Constellation
Yeah.
Druid, and that the Puff guy is a bard like me.
Yeah.
all right. I'm gonna go after mushroom dude.
Yeah, probably smart. Who the fuck knows what he can do? I'm getting some chips.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shoot him from here. Because that is a very solid cage. Pew pew.
Okay. 1 second. Okay. That is going to be 45. Okay.
Okay, and then I will just go like tuck back as best I can. I do have to dash to do that, but bonus action dash.
Mhm.
And it's gonna like like I said, it's kind of tuck back in as much as I can, get like half cover or something. And that will be my turn.
All right. Mushroom guy pulls out a wand.
Oh.
And he will just need to highlight the wand. He will point to Zaitari. Please roll a Constitution saving throw.
Can you counterspell spells from wands?
I don't think so. Can you?
Usually wands allow you to cast a spell, so usually I think you
Yeah,
can.
and so it's
Counter spell a wand.
you attempt to interrupt a creature in the process of casting a spell.
Man, they really fucking want to
And when I googled
Disable
it,
my
it
app.
says that nothing explicitly forbids counterspell from working on a spellcast from a wand.
And it said that it is possible. Same rules apply. So yes, you can counterspell that.
Counterspell level 3.
Okay. I need to check what level this spell would be. I don't know what level this spell would be. All right. It's a
Well, what
it's a
spell
wand.
would it?
It's a wand of paralysis.
Okay, so it's probably hold person,
Sure. So that would work.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hold person is a second level spell, which means that yeah.
Okay. Cool. Then he is going
I
to
swore puff the magic mushroom.
yes, he's gonna give inspiration to Lika. So I'm just gonna put like a little clock there, and going to go get there. Yeah, gonna go hide behind that pillar over there. Not hide, but like get cover.
Yeah.
Tilda.
Okay. So I am going to Well, I had lots of ideas, and then there was a thing that happened. Sorry. Give me a second. What's the little clock thing on the mole
Inspiration.
person? Inspiration. Okay. And you said these were tunnels,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is the the mushroom in a tunnel?
Yep. He's like hiding in that little crevasse area over there.
Okay. Yeah. Give me just one more second. So if I do something like ooh, actually, hang on. Can I just yeah. Okay, so I'm going to I believe I can yes, there we go. Invisible. How tall are the openings for the tunnels?
They're about 10 feet, 10, 15 feet, roughly.
Okay. Then I would like to cast a wall of force.
Okay.
And I will click online. Okay. So I'd like to do it sort of hello. Why won't it let me? Come on. Please just my stupid friggin' keyboard just decides to crap out on me sometimes. Hey, there it is. So give me a second. I would like to it'll happen any second now. Any second. Oh my fucking god. I'm gonna throw something. I swear. Okay. Can I please? Why? You guys. Okay, you know what? We're just going to do this freehand. So, like, there, that's 2, 3, 4, like 4. Sorry, that's really terrible. 5, 6. And I just want to like, basically, I'm just trying to block off the tunnels that we know they've gone into.
Okay.
So this is actually, I'd say it would probably go to. Damn it! Why can't I erase? About so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6. It would go to about here, and then like double back over. So that it's a 20-foot wall for most of it.
Mm-hmm.
And hang on. I'd say probably this section is still only 10 feet tall. And
Okay.
I'm just hoping that that tunnel is one of the 10 feet tall ones, not the 15-foot tall one. So it ends here and doubles back over. That should be yep, surface made up of 10-foot by 10-foot panels. So yeah, so now all we have is our friend the mole person here that we can focus all our fire upon.
All right. Would you like to move or anything?
Yes, I would. I would like to go over here and sort of use this. Hello? Okay,
Mhm.
why? Sorry, it's. I'm just trying to move my token like behind this thing, and if I can still. Yes, that should still be plenty of room. I will take out the Wand of Healing Word and I'll give some healing to Aoife.
Okay.
I'm just doing one charge for right now, so 4 hit points. I'm sorry, that's
I'll
terrible.
take anything.
All right. Let's see.
And that's the end of my turn.
All right.
I should have kept going with the Wall of Force, shouldn't I have?
I mean, eventually the map's gonna change, and we don't know what it's gonna look like.
2,
So
3,
Yep,
4,
because that's what's.
5. Now panicking that one of their sources of damage has been essentially locked up. And visibly getting away from you guys. I don't know if this is a good idea, but we're gonna roll with it. 'Cause he can do it. And screw it. Yeah, well, we can make it green. Because it's not going to matter, because I think the only people I can get are you guys. Because you're hiding, doesn't have line of sight of you. Within range.
By the way,
Okay.
I want to say I'm also like 10 feet up in the air on my broom.
Oh, so this is not. Oh, I didn't mean to get
Nope.
the tokens. Sorry.
There's 2 of them.
I need to make 10 cubes because I think you guys know what's about to happen.
Oh no,
Uh-oh.
they cast evil clone. No.
Oh no.
I need a DM jurisdiction. He's casting Firestorm.
Uh-huh.
So it's that I can place the cubes wherever I want. Technically. But
I mean,
I
they
can't
kind of know where I went, so they could probably try to hit me.
Yeah. I'll roll a die to see if they can hit you.
Sorry, I was back in the kitchen. I want to try to counterspell.
You're 65.
Oh,
This
that
is why he did
motherfucker.
this.
Yeah.
Yep. I should have blocked that exit. I'm sorry, guys.
You're in the air. It's a 10-foot cube.
I mean, at least I have fire resistance, I guess.
I don't know if it would get you. It's 10 by 10, it says. 10-foot cube.
Say that it gets me because
Okay.
I said I was about 10 feet in the air.
Yeah.
So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And I'm
don't
going
they have
roll...
to like be? Don't they have to have their edges like?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Touching.
I'm looking at the shorthand of this. All right, so
Yeah, you do. I remember that from Critical Role.
let's see. I got a couple cubes to work with.
Just a few.
So if I do this, and I do this, and then I do, and you guys can call shenanigans if you want. This,
Shenanigans!
and I think that's enough cubes. Yeah, that's enough cubes.
Oh.
All right. His save is, this is a dexterity save. This is a level 7, so that's off the table. And just seeing.
Dex.
Yep, this is dex.
What the fuck is that?
I'm gonna indomitable that.
I'm gonna lucky that bullshit. There we go.
It says it has to have a face. Each cube must have at least one face adjacent to the face of another cube.
Yeah, this is a little too spread out then.
Okay, so face. So that's 1.
I call
He can
shenanigans.
still get all of us, but
Maybe.
Yeah, he can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I made too many squares.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I might not get Tilda.
Fingers crossed.
I don't think I can.
Not with that arrangement, you can't.
Nope. However, I can get Raine. You're gonna make me work for this. It's fine. If I bring this square a little, sorry, to this side. Geometry, people! And then I push all these squares off to the side a little bit here.
yeah, because he would have an idea that she went through that tunnel, so that makes sense to hit that area.
Yeah. Sorry, not your thing. I mean,
Technically, Raine is out of radius there.
it's either I get Raine or I get you.
It
I
would make more
understand.
sense for him to aim for the thing that he could see.
Yeah. And she knows she went down that way. So, you're safe.
I mean, which one of us are you saying is safe?
You are
Me?
Tilda's safe.
Tilda. Okay.
All right, so Tilda's safe. I think Melanie's the only one that takes the full brunt of it.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I might be a dick. And I kind
Might
of
be?
want to be.
Do it. Do it.
I'm going to cancel your lucky with mine.
Oh, okay.
That means none of them go off. I checked this when I gave these guys their feats.
Jeez.
So, anyways. Sorry.
Don't apologize,
She's not
man.
sorry.
She's not sorry. We all know you're not sorry.
Right, then I'll take half. Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, it's something for me. Just give me one thing
Give me something.
before you obliterate everyone. So,
Oh, I also
75.
have fire resistance, so yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
Don't rub it
38
in.
points for full. 19 for half.
Who all failed?
Raine, Melanie,
Okay.
Raine and Melanie.
All right.
Everybody else saved.
All right, so I take 9.
Yeah.
9. 9.
9.
Nine.
Because aren't you also
I mean, I'm
resistant to
resistant
fire?
to fire. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Halves, he halves.
And then hold on. Bonus action going to turn into.
So I just realized that I have an item that I'd forgotten about, my Spellguard Shield,
Mm-hmm.
which says that I have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects, and
Okay.
spells have disadvantage against me. Does that count AoE spells?
I assume.
I mean, it
so?
says
Yeah, it's a
just,
saving
it just
throw.
says
Spells.
spells. So.
So I would have actually had an extra roll. Can I go
Okay,
ahead and
go
roll
ahead and do
a
that.
d20 to see if I would have passed?
Sure.
No, I would
Nope.
not have. It does not matter.
Okay. Going to change into the form of, let's go with Chalice right now. So he is now a bunch of stars. Chalice, perfect. So that was Melanie.
Are you saying chalice? Like
Yes.
a cup?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's one of the. That's
That's
one of the
the
forms.
constellation on him, looks like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The healing
Sure.
one, right?
Yeah, it's the healing one.
All right, I'm gonna take away
Yeah,
these.
dragon is the concentration one with the flying.
Oh, sorry.
And
Archer's the attack.
yeah, archer's the attack one, which is the one that I use the most. But you know, chalice is useful for when you need to get that extra healing in. Didn't help much with fucking Zariel, bitch.
All right, Melanie.
But at least we
So-
get to be demon lovers for all time, you know?
That's true. In the alternate universe.
In alternate universe, yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is, I am going to, use my Thunderbird dive,
Mm-hmm.
and I would like to, while in the air, while leaping forward at a rate of 60 feet in point fuck you, I would like to also go ahead and activate my giant's might
Mm-hmm.
and become large, like while I'm flying through the air.
Okay.
And I'm going to land right next to Mole Boy
Okay.
here. And I am going to hit him in the face a bunch.
Okay.
So I'm going to actively attempt to hit him in the face.
Okay.
There we go.
Let me just make sure, yeah, you guys don't have eyes on anything that Raine can get sneak attack on. 1, 2, 3.
All right. So I gotta do some
1,
calculations.
A 2, a 3,
Um,
Ouch.
12,
3.
6, 27. All right. So. 70. He is still up. You notice the slashing doesn't do as much as you thought it would.
Okay. I will. Let me take a look here. I'm gonna action surge and hit him again. What?
1 second. Okay. Yep. Go ahead. On the.
Oh, I should have Giant's Might on one of those, so that's 3 extra damage on one of them.
Okay. He will use. Well, he can't take another hit. He will use lucky on their last roll.
I will use lucky to stop that.
Okay. So let's see. 8. So 16, 23, 19, 42, 52. All right. Round 2. You don't know where they are. Let's see. What can Flower do?
It should be Aoife's turn.
Oh.
You deleted her from the
Ah, damn it. Aoife, is your
map.
turn. Yeah, you were at 26.
And
My bad.
the only one that I know of is the one that Melanie went after, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. 5, 10, 15,
I mean, you can probably see through the wall here, right, to see the mushroom, but you couldn't attack him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do anything about that. I'll use a key point to bonus action dash to get over here. And I'm going to punch this dude. Let me mark off that key point real quick. Nope, don't.
Yeah, the wall of force is clear. It's translucent, I believe. So
Okay.
you can see through it, but spells and attacks can't go through it.
So yeah, 2 hits. 21 and 24 to hit.
Beat the hell out of that mole.
Uh,
You didn't respect Thumbelina.
that will hit. He will go down.
It's non-lethal damage.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Also,
Alright.
don't be a monster to that mole.
Sounds good. This mushroom is going to go this way, and you're not sure where he went. No, wait. Wrong guy. Not the mushroom. It's the flower's turn. Mushroom's still here. Flower is
Somewhere. We don't know where.
It's somewhere. You're not sure where. Twitch is somewhere. You're not sure where. I have to. Probably there. Lion is very pissed off. Zaitari.
And I mean that force cage is also invisible too.
Yeah.
If you look, it says force cage and invisible prison. So basically, he's just in a glass case of emotion.
Yep.
He's
Yeah,
just he's just an angry
raging,
mime.
Angry, raging
Yep.
inside. Basically, yeah.
Zaitari, it's your duo.
Yeah.
Angriest mime in the world.
Trying to see what all connects. Not like I would know because I can't see top down. But I'm gonna follow Raine into here. Go like 30 feet in. Do I see anything?
Roll perception check.
I'm so good at those. My passive perception is also a 14. That
Okay.
matters. Oh. I'm also listening to hear if there's like footsteps coming closer.
You do not hear anything.
Okay.
Well, that's part of perception. Listening.
If you're not going to do anything else, it would be Raine's
Well,
turn.
hold on.
Okay.
Has Raine taken any damage?
Like not 9 points.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't really taken much either. Then could that perception check have been like my bonus action?
Sure.
All right, then for my action, I will dodge.
Okay. Sounds
Also, is
good.
this mark gone?
It would be at this point.
Okay, I have to ask.
All right. Raine, it is your turn.
These pillars, how do they go up to like a ceiling or?
They all go up to the ceiling, so they're 40 feet high.
Okay. Interesting. I am going to go invisible as an action using.
Say I'm thirsty?
I mean, Raine's always thirsty, but that's besides the point.
Yes, I know.
No, I
but...
didn't. No, I said I'm going invisible.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I heard thirsty.
Honestly, which way should I go? So these tunnels, they don't go like, we can't go like out and around, can we? They just kind of
I
lead out.
have to extend this map. I didn't know how big this fighting area
Yeah.
was. So let me
Yeah.
let me extend it for all our sakes.
Thank you.
All right, let's see.
Also, the other thing about Force Cage is it just lasts for an hour.
Yeah.
It's great.
How is that? I think that might be the top of the map that I was given. Or I just dragged it over there. Nope. Let me take a look at the map proper that I have in my downloads. Oh, yeah, that one goes around, it looks like. Da-da-da. Alright, hold on. I'm going to move the entire map.
Yeah, we'll just have to shift ourselves.
Yeah.
Fall into your butts, guys.
Put your head between your knees and kiss your bum goodbye.
Okay.
Oh, are you just moving it to see it, or should we move
No,
ourselves?
I'm moving it to give you guys room. So I'll move
Oh, okay. All right.
everything.
So I
He's out there. Mushroom guy was over here. Force cage was like this, sort of.
Well, that's
kind
the
of.
wall of force.
Wall of force
Yeah.
is like that. Dragon guy's still in there.
I'll just.
I think
move it
Mushroom
down.
Guy was a little bit further out so that we could see him, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, he was in that alcove, I think.
He was like.
Yeah.
There.
And I think the others were.
They were like right down here.
Yeah.
Right by this entrance.
So you were there, and the mouse is somewhere over yonder. You guys were like over at this entrance. Okay. I think that's it. Raine, would you like to move?
Yeah, I'm going to, I'm past, well, no. Yeah, give the turtle a slap on the ass and keep moving, just, point here.
Okay. Sounds good.
In the style of, a basketball or football player.
Excuse me. Oh wait, hold on. I can move the cage.
Puff is gonna go.
There we go. Get back in there.
Is that Luke or Leia?
The sleepy baby Leia.
1,
Yo.
Oh.
3, 4,
Be tired.
Sleepy baby.
5. You're not sure where he went. He might be there, he might be somewhere else. Who knows? And it's gonna do that. Tilda.
I think I have to take my action to concentrate on the wall of force.
Okay.
Maybe. I'm not entirely sure.
Wall of Force is
But-
concentration up to 10 minutes.
I know that. I'm saying I don't know if I need to use my action to concentrate or if I could do something else like the dodge action or something.
No, you don't need to do that. You can do whatever you want with your action.
Okay. I will take the dodge
Usually
action.
usually it'll say if you specifically have to concentrate. I think Witch Bolt's the only one like that.
Okay. I will continue to concentrate on Wall of Force, but also take the dodge action.
Okay.
And wait to see what's gonna happen here.
All right. Sounds good.
Actually, you know what?
hmm?
I'm actually gonna drop Wall of Force.
Okay. Whoop. 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 Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good.
So that's I think is it an action or a free action or a bonus action to
To drop concentration,
yeah.
it's just free.
Okay. I will hold a dodge action. No, you know what? I'm gonna hold a Ray of Frost for the next enemy I see coming through one of these tunnels.
Okay.
If I can
Sounds good.
reach it.
Awesome. All right. The mole is dead. Melanie.
Mole's not dead.
No, not dead. Dead.
Out of commission.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
Don't marry the mole.
let's see. I'm gonna go. I don't know the Wall of Force is down, but I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15. Do I see anybody over here?
You can make a perception check if you want,
Is that gonna be my action?
and I won't let it be your action. Since we're dealing with
Ooh, nice.
all right, let me check.
Dang, girl, dang.
This would be. You don't see
Stone
or hear
rune.
anything.
Or not stone. What's the? I don't see or hear anything. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, any
Um,
opponents? Yeah.
I don't really want to be walking through there. 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20. 25, 30. I'm gonna just chill right there.
Okay. Round 3. Aoife.
All right. How tall are the pillars out here?
About 40. So they reach the
About
ceiling.
40. Okay. Then I believe with my movement I can get hit this one and get on top of it.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do, and I guess I'll hold. Yeah, I'm not gonna hold anything. I'm just gonna take the dodge action because I'm preparing for the scenery to change, and I'll give myself some fall distance just in case.
Okay, sounds good.
Smart.
So that's my turn.
All right. Rose would be going. Doesn't know the wall force is down, as far as she knows. But. All right.
I mean, if she's within line of sight of it, she'd see it go down. Just saying.
She might not be, though.
Yep, I know. That's trying to get the DM to admit things.
All right. Staying there. Is which is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Saad is pissed off. Zaitari.
Yes. I'm gonna cast Greater Invisibility on myself.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start moving here. Let's see. Out to like right there. What do I see with my special eyes?
You're just greater invisibility, right?
Yeah, but I'm just looking around. Do I see anybody?
You don't see anybody. Roll a perception check.
Okay. Unless they've gone invisible. You know. That's it.
You don't hear anybody. You don't see anybody.
I guess they're hiding behind something then? Ugh. Rude.
Yeah, how dare they?
Raine.
Things are
All
about
right,
to change.
I will move. Let's see. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Could I make a perception
Yep.
check? $25.
Hey, when did you get here?
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Well.
Shoot him. Kill him. Kill him. Shoot him.
Well, upon being discovered, my held action is gonna go off.
Raine is invisible.
Oh, you're invisible. Doesn't see a thing. Wait! I think this is the wrong person. Damn it, Santa Rogue. Alright. You may proceed.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot him with sharpshooter.
Okay.
Excuse me. Lucky?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in
Let's
love.
do one more.
Okay.
Hit altogether. Oh, does a 19 hit?
19 does not hit.
Damn.
6 from 8.
Like the
All
arrow
right,
just
then.
whizzes by her head. Like, woof.
Oh, I haven't used this baby in a while. Go magic crow.
Ooh.
Because I can do that as a bonus action. Fuck!
Damn. I'm getting
Um,
fucked by low rolls again.
Mm.
I'm. How pissed am I about this?
There's a tiny mouse in front of you.
Mm-hmm. We'll go one more time. Use my last luck. I'm feeling lucky.
It's not actually tiny though, right?
No, it's small.
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 27.
With the sneak attack?
Ye-
Is
Mm,
it sneak attack? You can't just came out of
You're right.
invisibility.
You're right. I wouldn't have used lucky if I didn't get sneak attack. I'm gonna just wave. Zaitari. I point and I use my bonus action to.
You already did that.
Damn it! Fuck. I'm fine. Okay, so no damage.
Okay.
I still got Zaitari, but it's a little more strained this time.
Help me. Yeah. Did you say
Wow.
that loud enough also for everybody else to hear?
I don't think she's quiet. Like I'm not like screaming, but like people could hear because they're perceptive.
Yeah, okay. Mostly just for, like, oh, that's where some targets are.
I think Raine literally says, "Zaitari, mistakes were made."
Okay. Okay. And yeah, I would have it. Okay. One, two, comes out from behind that crevasse. See, this is why I have to write my notes bigger. Because I had this, but they had seen you counterspell before, so they weren't really sure. Yeah. So I'm going to show you this. I'm going to force cage Melanie.
Can I
no,
see
you're
who's
not.
casting it?
Yeah, that mushroom over there.
Actually, yes, you are because it's two, right? But
You get your Ray of
Hang on.
Frost off.
yep. Nope,
what's
I wouldn't
the-
because it's 60 feet.
What's
Oh,
the
damn.
range on counterspell?
That was
60.
120.
60 feet.
I'm within 60. I'm gonna use one of my charges of counterspell.
Okay, you're going to have to roll then.
What do I roll? Just Arcana? I'm not skilled in it. That's just intelligence.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
So it would be your casting modifier.
It would be
Does it
whoever
say-
made the ring. It would be the DC. Well, no, yeah, I think it. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it would probably
I mean,
be...
I would argue it could be like whatever she's highest in, but
I'll let you do whatever you're highest in, because this is if you can pull this off.
Strength.
Not strength!
I'm imagining it's a mental stat.
Ah, damn, you just missed it.
Yeah, you just missed it by one. You are now in a cage.
Ah, fuck.
Is it a cage
She
or a
could have
box?
done
It's a
strength,
cage.
'cause
It's a box. It's a
You
box.
can
I mean-
just punch down the force box as it comes hurtling towards you.
You're now in the box.
Yeah, unless
love
you
to
want
be
to
able to
spend a
punch the
lucky,
box.
unless you want a lucky to try that again, but yeah.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
That's up to you.
Important question about the force boxes.
No.
Are they completely enclosed? As in,
Because
do they
force
have a
cage is
bottom?
this there for an hour.
I'm pretty sure they have a bottom. Don't they have a
Nothing.
bottom?
Let me scroll back up.
Because if the floor turns to lava, then you
Okay, I'm
and
gonna
Assad
lucky
are
it one more time.
fucked.
Wait, before you roll, Melanie. Okay,
Yeah.
I need a DM ruling here. If she uses lucky, can I replace the lucky roll with one of my portent rolls?
We've done this before because I've done this before, and we did it as long as you did it before she actually rolled it. Because it's a new roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, take the 15.
Okay, so 15 plus 3, so 18.
Yeah, so you would not be force caged.
Cool.
Thank God.
Plus your 3 charisma will make it 18.
All right, that's one down. Because if you were gonna lucky, I was gonna lucky you.
well, I did lucky, and then I took a portent roll. So if you lucky me, then that just spends my lucky, and I'm
also
at force gauge.
Yeah.
So, am I luckied?
I would have luckied
Did I
you,
just
honestly.
waste
I would have luckied
I wasted
you.
my divination roll. Okay.
Well, no, because I never made the roll, so I didn't take the portent because I didn't roll.
You can't roll before using the portent. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Right.
so-
But she was saying that lucky just undoes what happened,
Yeah,
or
see,
as in
for
no
the
one
lucky
rolls.
point-
No one has to roll a dice. So that means that since I didn't roll, and nothing happened with lucky, well, I don't know. It's up to her, of course.
Because she'd be using her lucky to cancel out, to impose disadvantage on your self-imposed advantage. So using the lucky point would cancel out the divination roll too. Because the divination roll just replaces your self-imposed advantage roll.
Okay, that's fair.
We're really getting into the weeds with this, aren't we?
I know, right?
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you fight other things that have feats.
All right, back in the cage. Sorry.
Back in the cage, Melanie.
So it's important once again, do force cages have bottoms?
I'm pretty sure they do, unless you could just burrow your way through it.
I'm
I feel
more
like they
concerned
do.
if the floor turns to lava, then Assad and Melody literally can't escape. That's more my
I'm
concern.
looking at it right now.
We'll find out.
I mean, that's probably a good thing because then they're not gonna fall in lava.
If it's the same size as the one around Assad, then it's a solid box.
Yes.
So it just needs to be made 5 feet shorter on one side. It's a solid box and it has a bottom and a top.
There you go.
Well, it would always have a top. It's whether it has a bottom or not that's important.
I think it has a bottom.
It obviously does because otherwise, I mean.
Oh, that's true. Because, what was it?
Dragon is
somebody.
caught in
Yeah. In Critical Role, they used it on a dragon, and it just trapped them inside. So it's basically like a safety bubble.
Okay, awesome. I was real concerned about the possibility of lava because that would be a horrifying way to die.
Yes.
It would.
Yes.
It really would.
Yeah.
I also like that Assad and I can make faces at each other. Like, I'm just imagining us just, like, growling at each other through our force cages. I'm just like, oh, motherfucker. And he's just like, oh, fuck you. Just the whole time.
Yes.
And I'm sitting on top of this pillar watching it all.
Yes, you are. All right. As you see the shenanigans persist. Melanie's in the box. Assad's in the box.
Damn.
We might have to continue this for next session. I'll save all my character sheets that I have. But I don't need Leica anymore. That's good. And essentially, Assad is forever trapped in the box.
For an hour. But, I
Right.
mean, he's probably going to give up before then.
Yeah, he's probably like already like sitting. He's probably been in a force cage before, honestly.
He's just like flipping through a magazine at this point.
He's like, I know the deal. I'm in timeout again. Woe is me.
Whoa.
2 minute meteors, most minute meteors, and I'm gonna send 2 of them shrieking towards Mushroom Man.
Okay.
So he has to make a Dex saving throw.
Okay. He will do so.
Twice.
Okay, so first one is saved. Second one does not.
Okay, then he takes half of 7 and a full 8 for fire damage. So
3, 11.
Yep.
All right, sounds good. The
11
mole
fire damage.
is. Did you want to move?
Nope.
Okay. The
I
mole.
like it here.
The mole has been dispatched. Melanie's in the box. Round 4, and this is where we'll leave it off. You are now in the ocean.
Oh, fucking
In the
Christ.
ocean
Possibly.
or
Oh, you're
on
hovering.
the ocean?
You're above the
Above.
ocean.
Okay.
Can you show us where we
It's a
end
good
up?
thing we have those water walking charms.
It's also a good thing that my cage has a. Oh, I hope the cage is not
Yeah, the-
waterproof,
yeah, the cage
so
is
that I don't
waterproof.
No,
drown.
it's
guys are
nothing
fine.
nothing can get through.
Okay, so
You're
drowning. I'm
literally
not.
air,
trapped in a
presumably.
timeout box.
Don't breathe too much. Don't breathe too heavy.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the only people that would be on the wreckage would be Assad and Melanie in a box. Everybody else is literally in the ocean.
I got it slow fall 40 feet first.
Yep.
And then
I'm
the
hovering
second I
above because I'm
hit the water.
on
I'm
my
moving.
broom.
Based off of where we were in the map, I'm guessing I'm here.
Fair. I will bring Assad
Back
over.
here?
Angrily in his box. I'll also bring Melanie over.
You know, I almost thought I was going to have a thing to get Melanie out of the force cage, but I did not get a disintegration ray. I have an enervation ray, a petrification ray, and a paralyzed ray. Did not get the...
Doesn't Enervation also cast Disintegrate?
No.
No.
Oh, damn. Oh, I'm thinking of like the Death Ray. They're basically the same, but like different damage rolls.
I'm gonna actually bring out Rose because, like, that splash, you guys know where she is at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Ploosh. Splish splash, I was taking a bath on a Saturday night.
So they're over there. They go
I really
sploosh
wish.
over there, and she goes sploosh over here. They were like pretty like next to each other up there in that corner. And then
I think Twitch should be like
yeah,
right
it's
here.
Twitch is gonna be like right like 1 square away from Raine.
We're prepared for this.
Like over here, I think they're like diagonal. Okay, and this is where we will be next time. I
Okay.
think yeah, it's almost an even battlefield, kind of, or sort of. Everybody's in the water. You guys could walk on water, so this should be a breeze. I'll say
Walk our asses out of here now.
I cast lightning into the water.